Is it me or is Alexia throwing Marysol under the bus? What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami, season 7, episode 15. And the name of the episode is called Birthday Blues Cruise. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. So, as you know, the women are still on the cruise. Remember, Marysol's friend Richard sent her on a cruise as a wedding present, and she was able to bring the other girls. So, it's the next day. The group is split. Half of the women are on the deck. Well, not half. Julia and Kiki are on the deck. The rest of the women are in a VHS aerobic class. I don't know where Lisa is at.
You never know with her.
Now, in the VHS aerobic class, it looks fun. They were all dressed in like 80s fashion, kind of like the outfits you would see in the Richard Simmons workout VHS tape. That's what they was dressed like. I don't know if I would have fun in that class though. I hate working out with people. I do understand that there could be a benefit. You can have a spotter when you're working out, but when I'm working out, I'm kind of clearing my mind. I like to go at my own pace. I like to guide myself. I may have something that I think I want to do, or maybe on a schedule and I might want to add something else in. And so I just like to work out by myself. I don't know, it's a peace of mind for me. The producers was asking the women, since they was dressed in 80 attire, what they were doing in the 80s. And Alexia said that she was dating a cocaine cowboy. Now, I remember y'all telling me that when I watched the show a couple of seasons ago, I believe it was season 5, that she had dated a cocaine cowboy. But I've only saw one documentary of the cocaine cowboys, and that was The Black Widow. So it was set around Griselda Blanco. Now I do know that they had a Netflix documentary a couple of years ago. I started watching that one, but I didn't finish it. So I think I only watched got through the first episode. I didn't finish it. So I don't know who she's talking about, but I'm gonna check and see if it's still on Netflix. And if I get some free time, I'll watch it and check it out to see what's going on. But that tells me a lot about Alexia. We got a lot in common. Oh, we got a lot in common. Me, her, and Kiana. When the VHS class concluded, I'm guessing that the women went and showered and met up with Kiki and Julia on the deck. I mean, I don't know. Because it seems like if Julia and Kiki were on the deck while the girls was in the VHS class, that they was out there for a long time. But remember, they on the boat. They on the cruise. So where else they gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Where else they gonna go? Eventually, Adriana did show up, and she was moping around. You know, it's her birthday, and she kind of sad about turning a year older, which I don't understand, but I kind of get it, but I don't really understand it, if I'm being honest with you. Lisa never showed up on the deck. Larsa and Lisa ended up meeting up at the bar. So the night before, Lisa and Larsa, they was in 2 different groups, or 2 separate groups, but both of the groups encouraged them to make up and squash their beef. Larsa wants to be a victim so bad. To me, I feel like Larsa wants to be catered to. Of course, because she's an NBA wife, right? But Marysol told her in her aerobic class to just let go of the details. If y'all keep bringing up the past, y'all will never move forward. And what did she do when she met up with Lisa? She brought up the details. And Larsa, I don't know if you understand this, but the more that you say that you had nothing to do with Marcus doing that cocaine, that white girl, that Christina Aguilera did it, the more I believe that you did.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Be very clear.
And if you did, I'm surprised this episode, Bravo didn't even show it. I believe that you had a lot to do with that. I really do. Eventually, they were able to work past the issues and they apologized to each other. Now, once they made up, see, Lisa's slow, but she's not as slow as y'all make her seem to. I'm not gonna say she's slow. She's a little dingy. She seemed to be a little aloof. Once they made up, Lisa admitted that she ended up unfollowing Larsa, which tells me that Larsa is full of shit. Because you mean to tell me that you know Lisa is following Marcus, but you don't know if she's following you or not? Right. You just want something to be mad about. After that, Marysol ended up renting out the redemption spa. All of the women were there. All of the women showed up. Guerdy and Adriana, they had a talk. Guerdy shared that after she beat cancer or went into remission, she and Russell ended up going a couple surfing. Remember earlier in the season, she described having cancer as a big explosion in her life that left a lot of debris everywhere. And I remember that because I thought that was a good analogy. And I believed her because I'm sure it affected a lot of things in her life. And I'm pretty sure that it affected her relationship. She also shared that her therapist recommended that she may need individual therapy. She shared that she'd been through so much, not just cancer, but a lot of things in her childhood. And Adriana was basically just encouraging her to do it and to take it serious because it can heal her. Then we get Alexia and Stephanie. They went and had a talk. I'm not understanding, for me, I'm not understanding why we're acting like Stephanie didn't say what she said.
I just don't get it.
I'm finding this hard to understand. Stephanie told Alexia that after she left the dinner where Kiki and Adriana got into it, Marysol and Alexia showed her with their actions that they were her friends and that she was in a safe space. When she got up the next morning, Julia told her that Alexia and Marysol were not coming, that she had too many rules. They thought that she was going to leave them stranded, and they thought that she was bossy.
100% correct.
Stephanie said all of that. And Stephanie is all of that. I think that Stephanie is having a hard time with Alexia and Marysol because she felt like that she bought them. She's so used to throwing her money around, and she can't understand why they didn't want to get on her private jet. Even remember, she threw the private jet in Julia's face 5 minutes before they even got on the jet. And Julia still got on.
Whack bitch.
Somebody like me would have said, girl, fuck it. Bitch, you ain't about to disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Girl, fuck you and this plane. Because if it ain't my friend's house that y'all going to in Marabella, where y'all going? Right? Girl, fuck you. We'll go get a private plane or something like that or whatever. Or we'll wait. We don't gotta take your private jet. That's what I would have said. But she's so used to getting people in line with the stuff that she had. She's used to dangling the carrot over people's head. And so Alexia did say, we do think that you're bossy. But the thing with Alexia is they're not holding Stephanie accountable for what she said. She literally said that she had the option of leaving the women in Marbella if they disrespected her. And I think that she felt that way because the plane ride was only 22 minutes. But the thing is, if you disrespect me, I'm disrespecting you. So it's best. I thought that Marysol and Alexia did the best thing. It's best for me to stay because if you left me in Marbella, baby, you was gonna see something you never seen before.
I will beat up my ass. I'm telling you now.
Alexia said that she was scared to get on the plane because she don't know if they was gonna have conflict or not. And she said Marysol had a lot of other issues. She was upset that you had lunch with Adriana.
In some ways.
Alexia, you my girl, but you're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. You didn't get on the plane because you didn't want to get on the plane, beloved. To blame Marysol for you not getting on the plane is giving punk bitch. Are you scared of Stephanie? Y'all scared of this little girl? Alexia doesn't strike me as a person who can be told what to do. So quit trying to make it seem like Marysol has this influence over you. Because Marysol don't want you back with Todd. But you back fucking Todd. After he done broke your heart, stumping on it and shit, you still back with him and Marysol don't want you to be with him. So quit making it seem like Marysol got this influence on you. Alexia said that she's the mouthpiece of the duo and Marysol does a lot of talking, but she doesn't like confrontation. And then she was saying, I don't lie. You don't have to lie, but the thing is, Stephanie should have never been able to get this information about Marysol out of you. She shouldn't have to get this information about Marysol out of you. She should have been able to tell her herself, and you could have said, you should only be speaking for yourself. But it's looking like from where I'm sitting, it seems like Alexia is telling Stephanie, don't be mad at me, I didn't go, but she was the ringleader. Girl, but you still didn't go. You still didn't go. It's giving punk puss. Alexia went on to say that she wanted to go and she begged Marysol to go because she didn't feel good about it and she didn't want to hurt Stephanie.
I don't like this at all.
Girl gone. Girl gone. So Stephanie nor Alexia, they both share that they don't have a relationship with their sisters. And Stephanie suggests that they can be sisters to each other. And see, just right there, Stephanie is about to come in and tear that friendship up. She about to come in and tear that friendship up. And did y'all notice that when Stephanie and Alexia was having a conversation, Marysol was around there looking scared. And Marysol was around there looking uncomfortable because she already knew. She already knew what was going on. And this is the thing. I don't doubt. The thing is, Alexia is giving punk puss, but I don't doubt that she's not telling the truth. But girl, you didn't get on the plane because you didn't want to get on the plane. You can't be an influence. Not no bad bitch like you. I'm not buying it. It's giving punk puss. Because the thing is, if me and my best friend did something, I'm gonna get the bitch up off me. I wouldn't give a damn what she gonna do to Marysol. I'm gonna get up off me. I don't have to throw Marysol under the bus for nothing. If she came at me, I'm gonna check her neck. I'm coming for her neck. Period. No matter what she say, I wouldn't give a damn who told what to do what. It's the last night of the cruise. They're having a scarlet night, so everybody is wearing red. Lisa is the first one to show up. Lisa is really showing us a different girl. She is the first one to show up. And I think that should be, usually when you late, everybody always got something to say, but it is good that everybody is really congratulating her and taking notice that she is showing up early or on time. Kiki asked when is the last time everybody got laid.
Too much!
Everything that Kiki do is all about sex. And I feel like it's a little tired. Kiki was all on the deck with her legs open. When Kiki got to the redemption spot, Kiki was in the hot tub, and then she got into the cool thing, all with her legs cocked wide open. She always doing some type of striptease thing. Girl. I'm not no prude or nothing, girl, but Kiki, show us something else, baby. They only showed the answers for Guerdy and Alexia, which they answers was 2 days before, which is before they got on the cruise, which I think that was the answer for all the women who are in relationships, because they probably got some before they left on the cruise. Alexia shared that she was fucking tall, girl. We knew that. Earlier in the day, the women had a conversation about Adriana not wanting to do anything for her birthday because, she was moping around. I feel like the women should have respected her wishes if they weren't going to be genuine. I feel like if we're going to celebrate her birthday, really celebrate it. Let her know that it's a blessing to see another year. Help her see the good in seeing another year, right? If y'all not going to do that, then don't do anything in respect to her wishes. So it was her birthday. They ended up bringing out a cake with a microphone because she's supposed to be a singer. And on the cake, instead of having 59 years old, because she was turning 59 years old, it said 32 times 2 minus 5, which is 59 years old. Some of y'all don't really get it. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So she was 59 years old. And I feel like they could have just wrote 59 years old on the cake, or they just could have wrote happy birthday. But they put this big ass equation on the cake to make fun of her age, and I didn't like that. And you know who did it? It was Marysol.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
That's a dirty ass bitch. Girl, you did this to her on her birthday. And you can tell that Adriana, before she even saw the equation with her age on the birthday, you can tell that she didn't want to celebrate it, but she was being a good sport about it. So the women ended up getting back to Miami. Summer is my niece. On these shows, I have nieces and nephews. I got them everywhere. I'm a good uncle, though. I'm a good uncle. Summer is my niece. I think that Summer is like my first niece over here on the Real Housewives of Miami. I don't think I ever even seen the other kids on Miami. Or they probably be too grown to be my nieces and nephews. But Summer is my niece. She's so sweet and cute, but I can tell that she's going to be uncool just like Kiki. Her and Kiki was in the car, and Kiki ended up calling Shamar, and Shamar didn't answer. And Summer said, Shamar is kissing a girl. No, niece. No, niece. If Shamar was kissing a girl, it was a girl with a GW, or it was a girl with a little extra. You too young right now, niece. I'm going to have to explain it to you when you get a little older. Then we get to Guerdy therapy session. They're talking about issues from her past that she didn't realize was trauma. She said that her and her brother was dropped off in America. They stayed with family. She couldn't speak English, and she was in a house for 3 months, and they thought that they did something wrong. And she also said that, she was scared of how much resentment she was holding in. And she doesn't want to hurt her parents, but she has an 11-year-old son, which was close to the age that she was when they dropped her off in America. And she couldn't imagine dropping him off. I understand what Guerdy is saying, but I don't think that Guerdy's parents was trying to hurt her. I think that they were doing what they could and making sacrifices so that Guerdy and her brother could have a better life, which is why when they came to America, they were being hidden. Because if somebody had saw Guerdy, and if somebody was paying attention to the house where Guerdy them was, and they were seeing, let's just say it was 3 kids already in the house, and now they're seeing 5 kids, and now we're seeing 3 kids go to school every day. Somebody probably would have called CPS. Somebody probably would have said something, and it would have had Guerdy and her brother in the system. I feel like they was making sacrifices for Guerdy to have a better life. And it was only 3 months. And I'm not saying it's only 3 months like she shouldn't be hurt about it. I'm just saying sometimes people make sacrifices that children don't understand. And one could argue that Guerdy looking at her son and not imagine dropping him off is because you live a life of privilege now that your parents did not. So Guerdy is able to look at her son and see what she has provided for him and see that he has a great life. But your parents, but her parents didn't see that for Guerdy. And they wanted more for her. So they did what they could in hopes of her having a good life. And the thing is, I have some resentment towards my parents too, but I feel like I'm wise enough to know that some things that they did, they weren't trying to hurt me. I feel like sometimes we think about our parents as superheroes, but my mama was just a woman. My dad was just a man. And they've done things in my life that probably were wrong, but if they were doing the best that they could. And I genuinely believe that. With my parents, I do believe that they were doing the best that they could. They probably wouldn't do the same things today, and what they did was probably wrong, but at the time where they were in life, they were doing the best that they could. And I do think that sometimes we got to offer our parents a little grace if you feel like they were doing the best they could. And I do believe that about my parents. I don't believe that my parents intentionally tried to hurt me or tried to put me in harm's way or did things maliciously to me. Marysol and Steve, they ended up cooking dinner and invited Alexia and Frankie over. Frankie, for something to be wrong with Frankie, for Frankie to be touched in the head, Frankie is very opinionated when it comes to Marysol. He told her not to get as much drunk or basically to watch what she's drinking. Girl, Alexia, come get your son, baby.
Because if I get him, it's going to be ugly.
Alexia, to me, she's over here talking about Todd. Alexia looks so desperate continuing to talk about Todd on the show.
Stand up! Stand up!
I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe nothing she's saying. I don't believe nothing she's saying. And she wants everyone to be happy for her. And it's hard. I remember I used to watch Black Love. I watched every episode of Black Love. That was one of my favorite shows to watch. And I remember it was an older couple on there, and they was married for over 65 years. And they were asked what helped them in their marriage. And I remember they said what helped them in their marriage is that they never got anyone else involved in their business.
Message!
Any problem that they had, they handled it themselves. They didn't go and talk to their mamas about it, their aunties, their uncles, their brothers. They didn't go and talk to nobody. They worked it out themselves. I remember thinking, right, and the reason why is because when you do that, you and your spouse have gotten over the problems that you guys had, and your family members will remember it. And while you may be over it, they're not. And that's what's going on with Alexia, right? That's what she should have done. You don't get to say that Todd was doing this and that to you and Frankie. And now you get back with him and expect everyone else who loves you not to have their reservations about it. Because not only you a grown woman, you could do whatever you want to do. If they want to let the nigga stomp on you and go all upside your head and shit, that's you. But Frankie is your child and your child with special needs. What you want to go through is fine. You tried to make it seem like he was doing something with your son, which I don't believe. I believe that you was fighting with your baby in your hand.
Lying ass bitch.
Or your son in your hand, and you wanted to make him look worse. I do believe that. The last scene is with Stephanie. It is blowing me that it is December in Miami and the sun is sunshining like it is. Now, I know that we don't get the show in real time, but goddamn, it's almost December again. So Adriana ended up stopping by, and we found out that Adriana is performing at Stephanie's Shoma Christmas party. Adriana said that she's been sad because she missed her boyfriend. He's been out of the country for 6 weeks. And that she hate being around conflict. Girl, me too. I can't stand being around conflict. I can't stand. Listen, I'm here for a fight here and there. It can be entertaining. But every time we link up and it's a fight, I ain't going. And I don't even like to go nowhere with people. Sometimes you have people who just drain your energy. I don't like to go nowhere with people or be around people who always got a problem with everything. Anything that somebody say they got a problem with, or I don't like them, I don't like this. Somebody that's always hollering, I don't like them, I don't like that, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'll never invite you nowhere with me. You get what I'm saying? I don't want it around me.
Please go away from me with this.
Okay. Now, Stephanie shares that Marysol was mad at her because she had dinner with Adriana. And Adriana said, girl, this child has not been saying this for years. She used to work at a PR firm and used her knowledge from the PR firm to influence the other girls. And I will say this, Adriana does seem like the truth teller of the group. She is the truth teller of the group. Because every time she's been saying, I've been saying this for years, Bravo, roll that beautiful bean footage, baby, and it vindicates her all the time.
Come on, give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Give it up.
It vindicates her all the time. Yes, baby, her, yeah. Now Stephanie says, how mad are you? And see, that Stephanie, you gotta watch Stephanie. She's slick, but I got her. She's trying to shift the focus to Marysol being mad about her having dinner with Adriana instead of her saying that she had the option of leaving the girls in Marbella. You see what I'm saying? She's trying to flip the switch and make it seem like it was more about the Adriana. No, baby. No, baby. Them girls didn't want you holding that plane over their head and you planned on leaving the girls. I think that is a big issue.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
That's a big issue to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'll listen. I'll down that island alone. But to say that you're gonna leave somebody somewhere, to me, is crazy. Leave them stranded somewhere is crazy, especially out of the country. And then Stephanie said, "Girl, if talking about Marysol, she said, if you're gonna come for me, you better hit a bullseye. Because when I come, I won't miss." And for the first time, the whole episode, we seen my girl smile. We seen Adriana smile, and it was a real smile. That smile that she had when they were singing happy birthday to her, that wasn't a real smile. You could see the bitch was crying on the inside. That wasn't a real smile. But when Stephanie said that she gonna hit a bullseye, I seen joy on Adriana's face. She was smiling from ear to ear. She was happy, and she said, "Happy holidays, baby. I love it." She don't fuck with Marysol. She don't fuck with Marysol, and Adriana knows, like I know, that Marysol put that motherfucking PEMDAS equation on their cake, trying to put her age out there.
Yup.
But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Alexia is giving punk puss by throwing Marysol under the bus? And do y'all feel like Adriana is a truth teller of the group? Listen, you ain't got no choice but to believe she's the truth teller of the group, because they don't do nothing but show receipts vindicating her. All right? But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25